with an introduction to the Ved and Upanishad. So, Ved is, of course, knowledge. Not only the knowledge, profound knowledge, visionary knowledge is Ved, the meaning of the word Ved. And Ved comprise of many things, including the spiritual knowledge. And this is the reason why we are starting this positive spiritual intelligence program with the introduction to the Ved, because Ved have a considerable amount of focus on spiritual knowledge. And it is Ved Vyasa who edited. So he was not the person who created the Veds. So like I am a conveyor of this particular program, like that he edited and he systemized Ved into the 4 Ved: Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Sam Ved and Atharva Ved. Now, what will happen, because most of the say literature we are taking from English language and not from the Sanskrit language, because I also don't know Sanskrit and many of you don't know Sanskrit, so I cannot or one cannot deliver this particular program in Sanskrit to the masses, unfortunately. So the program is in English. I also know English. So the many times Ved may be called as Veda, right? So Vedant may be called as Vedanta. So understand that the real word in Sanskrit is Ved, Upanishad, Vedant, Karma Yoga, not yoga. But maybe sometimes you will read the word not as a yoga, as a yoga. So consider it is one and the same, because we are looking for essence. We are not going to make ourselves expert in all these particular things. The perfection is not our intention. Our intention is to take the essence and apply that particular essence in our personal, professional, as well as in life and coaching practice as well. So the Rig Ved is the oldest of the 4 Veds, right? So 1500 BC is what they say that the Rig Ved has been written. So basically at that time, the culture was that the guru or a jnani or a rishi will tell and people will listen, Shruti, right? So we really don't know that is when it was first said, right? But it is said that 1500 BC. So when I talk about 1500 BC means I'm talking about 3500 years before. So 3500 years is what the period we are talking about. So this particular wisdom is available with the humankind from so old period. And this Rig Ved basically focus, of course, the Vedas is the ocean. So if I have to really simplify it, if I have to really synthesize it, right, I can say that it is on the meditation and the mantras. There are many mantras in the Rig Veda, and Rig Ved mainly focuses on meditation. Then comes Yajur Ved. It is about worship of the gods. And Vedic yoga, principles of pranayama and asana practice comes from Yajur Ved. Right? So the yoga is one of the branches of Ved. So this yogic wisdom comes from the Vedas. So the Vedic yoga is a part of Yajur Ved. And of course, the yoga is to purify your body and mind, and which we are going to learn today. Then comes Sam Ved. It is yoga of song, melodies, mantras, singing, symphony, right? And it is centered around Bhakti Yoga, right? So the Vedas have portrayed the yogic paths to attain self-realization and moksha, in which one of the path is Bhakti Yoga, and Sam Ved theme is centered around Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti, bhav, right? Singing songs for the God, right, is the part of the Sam Ved. Again, I am telling you so in sense, means for example, means it is a bit funny, but I think we can do it, because the objective of the program is not to make you expert in Ved, but objective of the program is to understand that is what we are learning, from where it is coming, and what is the essence of that learning, and how can I apply it. So this is the reason, right? I am covering the Ved in a single slide. So the Atharva Ved, right, is apart from the formulas and some kind of magical things which are part of the Atharva Ved. The Ayurved is a part of the Atharva Ved. And also what we are going to discuss in a good amount of time during this program, including the who am I, the nature of Brahman and the absolute truth also comes from Atharva Ved. So what is the relation of Ved and Upanishad? Because these are the two separate words, it seems, right? So the Upanishad is nothing but end of Vedas. Like it is like a summary, but a purposeful summary, because it focuses, right, on the two, it focuses on one important aspect of your self-realization and Jnana Yoga. So the Upanishad, like I said, Samved is centered around Bhakti Yoga. So the Upanishads are, although the yoga comes after Upanishad, but the theme in which Upanishads are written are centered around Jnana Yoga. It is about intellectual thought processes related to our true nature. So this is the Upanishad. So Vedas are divided into generally two parts. Means again, I am making this simplification, purposeful simplification. One is called as Karma Kand, right? Action, rituals, pujas, mantras, everything. And one is Jnana Kand. So the Jnana Kand is dealing with this Jnana Yoga. So the Upanishad are part of the Jnana Kand. They are the end of the Vedas. They are the summary of the Vedas, in which the focus is given on the Jnana Kand. Focus is given on the intellectual discussions, intellectual thinking, right? So intellectual discovery is what Upanishads are all about. So how many Upanishads are there? 108. Out of which 10 Upanishads fortunately have a commentary of Adi Shankaracharya. Okay, whether there are 11 or 10 is subjective, and that details is not part of our program as well. So these 10 Upanishads have the commentary of Shankaracharya ji, and that Upanishad is what generally are getting studied. And few of those Upanishads are being studied for the delivery of this particular program. And it is profound, it is unimaginable. It is unimaginable, that is, how come this kind of wisdom, including quantum physics, was 100% clear 3,500 years back. It's a mystery, right? But it is there. So it is the supreme work of humankind. Supreme work. The number one work what human beings have done on this particular earth till this date. And maybe thousands of years afterwards also will be the Veda and Upanishad. So Vedas, 4 Vedas, and these are these 10 Upanishads what I was talking about, and all this information is there in Coach Study Guide, so don't worry, you can see it. In the Atharva Ved, one of the Upanishad which is part of the Atharva Ved is called as Mandukya, and that is the Upanishad which has 12 verses, is what is a central theme of our who am I, our self-discovery in this particular program. Self-awareness, self-discovery, who am I, is centered from the ideology and from the wisdom from Mandukya Upanishad. Advait Vedant has emerged from Gaudapadacharyas Karikas, who was the guru of Shankaracharya's guru. So he has written Karika, that is commentary on the Mandukya Upanishad's 12 verses, and from that emerged Advait Vedant. Again, in this particular program, our ideology is Advait Vedant, right? So you will understand what is Advait Vedant and all that we are going to learn. I am going to introduce you Advait Vedant during this particular program. So these are the 4 profound wisdom sentences of Ved. So Brahma is intelligence and I am Brahma. Brahma is divine and who am I? I am that Brahma, that thou art, Tattvamasi, right? So this is a profound ideology of Vedanta, and we are again going to see it, that is what is the logic and rationale behind this particular ideology of I am Brahma and I am a part of the divine, right? Who am I? So that we are going to learn. And Ved says that Atman and Brahma are same. So whatever is our soul, right? That soul is part of the Brahma. The soul and the Brahma are same. Like quantum physics says that atoms and all that, everything is made of the atoms. Like that, right? There is a soul, right? There are so many souls and everything is a part of one divine soul or Brahman, right? So this is what, again, the quantum physics is telling us the same things what are already there in Ved and Upanishad. So this is what the crux of Vedas. And finally, right, so if I have to summarize this particular teachings of Ved and Upanishad, it says Sat Chit Anand, that is who you are, your existence, consciousness, bliss. And this profound sentence, which I want to highlight here, and of course you will understand it step by step. The idea is not that you must understand it right now. Right now, you only try to understand and grasp what I'm saying. You don't have to believe it. It's a process. Believing and the manan is a process. We think we are human beings in search of spiritual experience. You have attended this class. Why you are attending this class? Because most of you might have a desire to have the spiritual experience, to become spiritual beings, to inculcate spirituality in your life. But the truth is, you are already spiritual beings. But the fact is, we are spiritual beings having a human experience.